Hello there guys, SSJHYPERION here, and I know this video is taking a while to come out, or just videos in general, but please bear with me, and I'm really trying. But hopefully you guys like this video, and this is part 4 to What If Deku Had Time Skip. So without further ado, let's get straight into the intro. In the fashion of most anime, I will be giving a recap, since it's been 3 months since we've actually last touched this topic. So this will just be a little part of the end of the last video. Otherwise, if you really want to learn or know what happened in the previous parts, I'd recommend just watching through the whole series. Trust me, you won't regret it. As basically the Nomu's about to grab onto Aizawa's arm, trying to break it, but it doesn't happen. As the Nomu looks down, he sees his arm missing, and is very confused, before it starts to regrow. It was Deku. Deku's energy blast, it disintegrated his arm. Shigaraki's shocked. Isn't that boy? Now we have to deal with him. Before Deku is getting ready to actually start fighting, he hears, "I am here." Everyone turns to see All Might at the door, getting ready for a fight, before launching down. Shigaraki and Kodagiri are stopped in their tracks. They're completely shocked, in utter awe of All Might's appearance. Big mistake, as Aizawa catches on to this. He quickly formulates a plan with Deku to catch the villains off guard. Seconds later, Kodagiri's on the floor, having just been kicked by Deku in the head. Shigaraki tries to grab onto Deku's leg and disintegrate it off, but All Might is there in an instant, grabbing onto his hand and flinging him away. Now you might be saying, how is All Might not being disintegrated? Well, Aizawa had switched his targets, turning off Shigaraki's quirk. Shigaraki is able to regain his composure, telling the Nomu to kill All Might. But just like in canon, the Nomu is defeated. In this timeline, due to All Might not having decided on a successor yet, he is more powerful, allowing him to take out the Nomu in not 300, but in 240 mighty blows. All Might is unwavering. This signals to Kodagiri and Shigaraki that they have to go now. Shigaraki and Kodagiri make their escape. All Might immediately raises his hands, and everyone cheers. The heroes quickly rush in, surrounding All Might, and carry him away along with all the rest of the students. The USJ arc ends with All Might in Recovery Girl's room. She tells him that if he continues like this, he will go into retirement, and he will kiss his days as a hero goodbye. All Might knows now that he has to find a successor, and fast. The students are told of the sports festival and leave for their 1 week's break. The scene ends with All Might staring out of a window, seeing all the UA students rushing out of the UA gates. There and then, he signals out a group of people, that he would consider giving his quirk, and knows over this week, and during the sports festival, that he will make his decision. Deku goes home that day, thinking everything over. He quickly remembers the sports festival, shifting his focus. Deku realizes, not long after, that he has a huge disadvantage. His quirk can kill his classmates easily if he's not careful. He immediately, after realizing this, starts brainstorming new ideas. He manages to extend his time that he can stay in his pocket dimension from 30 to 40 seconds, and would leave out for school at the end of the week with a hypothesis, something that at this point he can only test out at the sports festival. The sports festival, like in canon, would start with a race. Soon after, the alarms would go off. The students immediately start running. Todoroki would freeze most of the robots in front of him, allowing for Bakugo and Deku, who are close behind, to use their quirks to destroy the robots. A piece of rubble flies towards Deku. He catches it in the air, using it to jab straight into a robot, dragging it out immediately. Deku, after this, would attempt to get rid of the piece of rubble, but time and time again, it would come in handy. Deku, after many attempts, would just decide to keep it around. Around the bomb area, everyone would go flying. Deku, seeing this, would get an idea. Using this piece, he slams the piece of the robot straight into the ground. The resulting blast allows him to fly straight into first place, winning him the first part of the sports festival. Next is the cavalry battle. Like in canon, Deku teams up with Uraraka, Hatsume, and Tokoyami. The cavalry battle would go extremely similar. Deku and his team would end up getting cornered like in canon. Deku's team would be distraught. They'd look up to him for answers. Deku would simply smile and say to run forward. Ida reveals his new technique, blasting straight for Deku, allowing for Todoroki to grab the 1 million headband. The resulting smoke would clear, showing that Todoroki had indeed grabbed something. He had grabbed a cloud of smoke. It was then revealed that Deku had used a technique of his own, evading Todoroki's hand, allowing them to completely pass them. Deku, in this time, blasts straight through Todoroki's ice and goes back into battle. This is how the rest of it plays out, and this allows for Deku to come out in first place with his team once again. As you can imagine, Deku is looking like a big player right now. Not having only one, but 2 of the main events in the sports festival. Otherwise, Bakugo and Todoroki are totally pissed. They haven't even won a single section, or even proven that they're even a threat to Deku. This would lead into the battle section of the whole sports festival. And this is where we're going to be leaving it off for now. Be sure to tune in for the next part, and hopefully that comes out soon. But without further ado, this is going to be SSJHYPERION signing off, and I really hope to see you guys next time. Alright guys, later.